is time to beef up your Bifrost in Room 2 of Cosmic Crucible. Get your free SYLVIE shards. They are on the way. Alliance leaders, Alliance captains, your life is about to get a lot easier coming very soon. We're going to talk about some of the new Alliance recruiting tools that are coming up in the game. And it is Mailbag Tuesday, so we're going into the mailbag to answer all of your questions. And if you're ready for all of that Valley Club, then you need to do, find that like button. And let's go smash it! And welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I'm ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. In this video, we're talking about those free SYLVIE shards. We're talking about all these new recruiting tools for Alliance leaders, Alliance captains. And if you're looking for an Alliance yourself, these things are going to make your life a lot easier. And it is Mailbag Monday. We're going to answer all your questions for the mailbag. But if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Usually there's a lot more. We got question and answer videos, news videos, gameplay videos, everything to keep you up to date in Marvel Strike Force. Well, let's begin by talking about these free SYLVIE shards for everyone. Now, this battle pass launched last night. It was supposed to have 5 shards in each of these locations here for SYLVIE. There's 4 of them. So over the course of this battle pass, the free pass should be getting 200 free SYLVIE shards. It was supposed to be getting 20, not 200, but everything is times 10 here. So great things here, and it is going to stick. Now, what the devs said on the support page of Scopely, there's an issue with the SYLVIE Battle Pass where the free rewards are getting 50 of everything, even the SYLVIE shards, and they're going to leave it as is, and the team is going to discuss and investigate if compensation will be necessary. If so, you'll eventually receive it in your inbox. So yes, all the stuff in game is 50. So the cores are 50, the SYLVIE shards are 50. Unfortunately, even these gold is 50. Everything is 50 now. So I guess it's kind of a wash. It's great if you're looking for the SYLVIE shards. It's bad if you're purchasing these battle pass for the gold. But yeah, I guess with the extra shards they're giving, I guess the devs think it's a wash, and you could purchase this battle pass or not. It's up to you. If you're really wanting these SYLVIE shards, though, it's going to be a very good deal. While I was in Los Angeles last week with a bunch of the other Marvel Strike Force envoys, we presented a bunch of different things coming up in MarvelStrikeForce.com, a lot of which is still under NDA, except for this. The embargo got lifted this morning, and we are able to talk about these new Alliance recruiting tools, the new features on MarvelStrikeForce.com that is going to make it a lot easier for Alliance captains, Alliance leaders to look for new members, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to search for Alliance if you're looking for new ones. So the website is going to look like this when all these features get launched, and hopefully they're launching very, very soon. Should be before the end of the year, though. And it's going to look like this. You're going to have your player profile info on this section here. You're going to have your Alliance info section right here. You're going to have the update store, all the stuff that is in separate tabs right now on the site. And then you're going to have any game analysis, characters, all this other things that are on there in separate tabs. You're going to be in one tab here. So your player profile is going to be right in this section here, and it's going to look like this. This is what the new player profile is going to look like. And you can search for different parameters. You could put in what you're looking for if you're looking for a new Alliance. So this is your average TCP that you would want in Alliance, the languages, your play style. If you're more hardcore, if you're more casual, you would go there, your war zones, your war leagues, the different raids that you're in, and your World Warrior score. And World Warrior, if you don't remember, the scoring for this is based pretty much on all of your activity in the games, your arena, your raids, your blitzes, your sim blitzes, your wars. Everything in the game is pretty much on this World Warrior. So you could find an Alliance that is matching your playstyle. I think that's going to be very, very important, and it's going to be a lot happier for you if you find an Alliance that is matching your playstyle. Next, we have the Alliance tab here, and this is info on your own Alliance. You'll see what the Alliance message is there. Average, your total power, the average TCP, a bunch of other information on your Alliance, the Alliance members, and you could use this to sort, if you're Alliance leader or a captain, you could use this to research a lot of your Alliance members. This is gonna be easy to see and to track a lot of the stuff, activity of your Alliance members. And yeah, it's gonna be very easy for captains and leaders to see if you are pulling your weight, if you're not pulling your weight, and hopefully this will streamline Alliances a lot more. So if you are a leader or a captain and you go to this recruiting section, well, you can start to see the different applicants you have in your Alliance, the different people that you could bring into your Alliance. So this is one applicant for the Alliance, and then the leader or captain of Alliance could either choose to accept this person or decline this person, or look at their full profile to see if they want to bring this person into the alliance. Also, some other players here that match kind of the parameters that you set for the alliance. So this is great for recruiting. Here's where you could actually set the minimum TCP, the World Warrior score, the language that you want, the different custom text. So if there's certain things that you want your recruits to know about, like the time that you launch your raids, what are some of the other requirements that you might not be able to communicate through this app, you could leave these custom messages here for your recruits. And if you are looking for an alliance, once you are needing a new alliance, well, you could look for one on your own. So you could be invited to an alliance. So alliances can invite you to an alliance, and you could either accept or decline that. And you could find an alliance. And with some of these, the great thing about these buttons here, this join or apply, well, it is going to go real time in the game. So if you click this join button, because this is a public alliance and they're just bringing everybody in, click that join button. It's not just going to be on the website. It's going to sync real time in the game. So very, very easy to use these tools. Unfortunately, you would have to use the website and use that in conjunction with the game, but I think this makes it a lot easier. And then if you have a private alliance, you could apply. So the leaders, captains, they could go in and look at all the applications and they could choose the best recruit for whatever their alliance is trying to do. And I'm not even an alliance leader or captain. I'm very excited for these. I think it's going to be helping a lot of alliances in the game. I know that a lot of alliances are not full in the game based on some stats that were shared with us during the Envoy Summit. So hopefully this clears that up and makes it a lot easier to maintain full alliances. All right, first question of the week. I returned to MSF and left after Invaders patch. Should I go back and chase teams I missed or focus on the new teams in this patch? I think it depends. Now, for me, I value the game modes in this order: Arena, then the raids, and then it used to be Crucible and then War, but it's been getting more even with Crucible and War just because of the fun factor and the rewards from each of those modes. But first and foremost is Arena for me, because that's where your source of power cores are. So I would go back and work on Secret Defenders. If you don't have Apocalypse, I would go back and keep chasing for Apocalypse to build that up, because that's going to be your Arena team right now. You can start to build up Infestation or just big time Spider-Man for what he could do to Miss Marvel. Quicksilver works in that as well. So those are the characters that I would focus on for Arena, or you could just go full Secret Defenders. Not sure how strong they're going to be without Apocalypse though. Next, I would focus on my raid team. So one of the raid teams is the Invaders that you mentioned. We also have the Rebirth, we have the Death Seed, we have the Bifrost team, and then the upcoming Pegasus team. So that's what I would focus on. And then after you have your raids and your arena settled, then I would just go and do whatever's more fun for you, War or Crucible. Hey Valley, after seeing Dorky Dad's video regarding the rework update to Pegasus and new tech raid team looks good on paper, but for raids, but do they look like they'll be terror outside of raids with the exception of Kestrel? Why is no CC covering this as much as they did with the new Avengers when they came out? A okay war team like New Avengers got so much cheat puts, plus Scopely wanted to sell that team. You got a decent war tuned up. Raiden War team plus New Avengers look like they're great outside of War. Why is Pegasus not getting that love? Is it safe to say Scopely knows that no matter what, this is a raid team the spender will spend anyway? Or does Scopely want people to speak about this slow team? Does Pegasus does not meet the top 10 teams for both offense and defense in modes like War and CC, but at least it should be the top 11 to 15, right? Why can't they increase the base speed? That's of those characters, so it doesn't break the game. So it's kind of like the Invaders, right? With the Invaders, they're not great at all outside of the raids. They're okay in the raids. They're not even that great in the raids. But after that message was from the 2nd. This went out on the 6th. Updates to all of these Pegasus characters. Iron Man, Infinity War got updates mainly to give them some value outside the raids. Rescue as well. Same thing with Ironheart. Same thing with Darkhawk. Kestrel didn't need it because she was already good. And I think this gives them a little value in Crucible. I think this gives them a little value in War, and that's good. I don't know if they're going to be a top 10, but it might fit exactly what you're talking about. The 11 to 15 for these characters or for this team. So they did get a rework. They're looking better. I still don't think they're going to have a lot of value outside the raids, but it's great that they do have their kits are working outside the raids a little better now. I have a raid bug question. Did they start stealth buffs on raids a couple months ago? Rebirth did not have as hard time on the raids that they got beat in a boss node. What is going on with the stealth buffs, or did I know my Rebirth stuff? So just about stealth buffs. they don't have time to do everything properly in the game, as you've seen from all the bugs. They are understaffed, so yeah, they don't have time to just go stealth buff anything like that. So they might have done it in the past, but it just seems like that's not a good idea right now. But what they did say, especially with the Sims, is they have like a minimum level that you need to guarantee getting the sim. If you're not on that level, the sim, you could end up losing. So I'm not sure if you're doing the raids or you're just simming it, but they should be harder on a day-to-day basis. I have another raid question. My Bifrost even have them leveled. They're over 1 million in TCP. My problem is they're not making a dent in the Mystic lanes at all. Defeated no matter what I do in order to beat the Mystic nodes. What are you running? Because you shouldn't be having any issues. I'm wondering if it has to do with the T4s. It sounds like over 1 million in TCP. They don't even, my doesn't even struggle. We're in 1.4 of incursion. So might be a little easier than what you're doing, but mine's does not struggle at all. So I'm wondering if it's a T4 issue there. Valley, I have a question going on regarding the Nova trials. Remember, Scopely removing 2 to 3 scourges, trail rules whenever they call the Nova run because it was bugged and the Bowtoons were running circles on the first run. Yes. Now 1.9 or 1.5 scores needed to max all the milestones at the 7-star bracket. Would it possible? Even difficult at difficulty 8. These scourges were fixed and added back right now, but it says Scopely prefers this run. The final bracket was just 10 scourges, which really should have been 12 or more. That pushes people to either skip the max free milestones or play to difficulty 9, which is brutal for someone like me. It's free to play, 32 million TCP. Do you think what Scopely does is right? Or is it some kind of strategy to squeeze players and their resources? No, they make mistakes. There's not some next level plan. They're making mistakes and they're trying to fix it, which is what happened with the scores. They did notice that the scores were off. The envoys, some of the envoys had to push them to make them realize that the scores were off. But yeah, the ranking rewards are very, very tough this time. It is because those those scourges got removed, never got placed back, so we aren't able to score as much as we were before. And some of those scourges, especially for the Bio Global nodes, made those nodes easier. So yeah, it's more difficult, it's harder to score. And what they did to fix this, they changed the scores of this. So instead of 1.9, now it's 1.7. It's still very, very difficult, especially if you don't have your Masters of Evil fully built up, but it's better. Now, there is another issue that was caused by this because they changed the scores, and players that already completed their first run were not able to go back in and claim the milestones. Now, there is a solution for this on the Scopely website. Some players unable to claim their Nova Trials milestone is currently under investigation. It is more likely that the fix will go out after the event ends, then you'll be able to claim the rewards. I think this is not great, but this is them trying to fix something and something else breaking in the meantime. So I don't think it's anything trying to squeeze resources. I just think that to go back and fix all these scourges, I think that's more dev hours than they have, and they're devoting them to other new features coming up. So it's not good, but yeah, it's not some like next level master plan that they're doing, but hopefully this gets fixed soon. And I think this won't be too much of an issue as long as they give us the rewards. I think the main thing that the people want for the rewards are the fully crafted or the awakened trials, the Nova overloaded orb fragments, so they get some of those awakened abilities for Nova. And I think once they get that, I think there's no big issue. All right, one more question. Why haven't you had a roster review with Mobile Gamer for a while? Because I really want your TCP level with mine. Right now, I'm 40.3 million in TCP. Well, we still do videos, just those videos haven't been as popular the last few times we've done it, so we kind of stopped. But this is where my TCP is right now. 42.97, so almost at 43. We're very, very close, my brother. Hey, Valley, everyone can relax. I have a question. Yes. I'm not sure if you've answered this lately, but here it goes. Now that the gold stars choke point is lifted, are there any characters that we should be taking to 7 red stars? This is kind of a problem in the game right now because either the good characters either don't have the yellow stars to make use of those red stars, or they take dark promo credits. Just for an example, looking at my roster here, the characters that I don't have at 7 red stars, Cersei, she's a pretty good character, but she's a little older. Rescue, I'm not binding any red stars for this character because she has a 6 red star in the incursion campaigns. Morgan Le Fay, dark promo credits. Dr. Doom, dark promos. Apocalypse, not for sale, but he will be taking dark promo credits. Not sure if I want to take up Captain America, even though I am bringing in the Dark Dimension 6. I just think that Rebirth is going to be replaced soon, so not building them up. Deathpool is an option. Quicksilver takes dark promo credits. A lot of these other characters take dark promos, and or we don't have the yellow stars in this. Ghost Rider Robbie Reyes is a great character. Hard Light would be great. Dark Beast, I think they're going to be falling off soon off of the raids because, every about 8 months or so, we get a new raid team. Heartless is falling off. So a lot of these characters is either going to be falling off soon, in my opinion, or I don't have the gold stars for. Timeless characters like Hela that I think are going to be getting more and more reworks when more Undying characters get introduced to the game, I think would be a safe pick, but I guess it's going to be based on your usage, right? If you're using the character a lot, then it's worth putting those extra red stars on. If you have the gold stars for it, obviously that is where I would start to put these red stars on. But yeah, based on usage, and if you're using character a lot, then you could afford to put those red stars on. If not, then don't put the red stars on. And if they are on an incursion node, don't put any red stars. So Kang, the invaders, don't put any red stars on any of these characters. All right, and Valley, glad your trip was good. I know you're under NDA, but I have a question about that. The things that are protected, how do they make you feel? Simply don't answer if you don't want to get in trouble or even allowed to say. So one of the things that was under NDA was these changes to the alliances. I think this is going to be a good thing for a lot of alliances out there and just players in general that are looking for things. So that is one thing that I can talk about that's not under NDA anymore, and I'm excited about that. I think it's great to have a full alliance, and I think alliances will be in better shape because of this. How does the leaderboards being separated into 3 sections make you feel? I just like it personally. If it helps new players, I'll deal happily. I just don't see it that way. And the multiple leaderboards come from this event. Spectral Emporium was described in last week's blog post. What they say, to sweeten the pot, Spectral Emporium will feature a leaderboard where you compete against commanders of similar level for some different prizes here. If we look at what these levels are, as we scroll down, the first is level 85 to 95. The next is going to be for level 70 to 84. The next is going to be 50 to 69. And just on its surface, I haven't really delved into these different rewards and everything, but on its surface, I think this is a good thing. You know, you're getting more rewards. You're competing against players of your level. What I don't like, though, is that it's separating out these leaderboards. So this 1%, you're going to have a little less in that. This 2% to 3%, going to be a little less in those. So that would be the only negative. But I guess the good thing is newer players are getting more resources that are more valuable to them right now. Mid-game players getting more resources that are valuable right now. And as far as longer time players, you're getting more valuable rewards. So on its surface, I think this is a good thing. There probably are some little detail problems that the devs did not think about, but I think overall it's a good thing. And we could get more rewards. They could give better rewards for end game players and more appropriate rewards for mid and newer players. I'm kind of stuck in a moment waiting on gear. I don't really know who to work on at this point. I don't have a great deal of gold and nowhere to splurge on. New Avengers are gear tier 15. Arena team is as high as I could get it. Suggestions. I guess if you already have your Dark Dimension 6 characters all the way up at level 95 and are just waiting for gear, I guess the next thing you could work on, you have your arena teams done. I'm assuming you have your raid teams done. Work on whatever team is going to be more fun for you in Cosmic Crucible or War, or whatever offense team is going to get you more wins in either of those game modes. The rewards, I think, are equivalent for both of those. So do whatever game mode you enjoy more, Crucible or War. And that is what I would do if I was in your situation. Hopefully that helps, guys. Hopefully you will enjoy these new recruiting tools, these alliance management tools. Hopefully you get your free SYLVIE shards, and hopefully answered any of your questions that you left on the mailbag. If you want to leave a question for a future episode of this mailbags, make sure you are a member of Discord. The link is down below. If you made it all the way to the end of the video and it helped you, hit that like button. It is free for you and it helps out the channel. And if you want to see what are the best teams from ranked, from best to worst, then make sure you check out the video up there. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.